Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of luxury and exclusivity. We're talking about cars so expensive, so exclusive, that they're basically a rolling middle finger to the very concept of a budget. We're counting down the top 5 cars that only millionaires can own. These are the epitome of automotive excellence and opulence. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey into a world where the price tag is just the beginning of the story. Get ready to drool over some serious machinery. First up, we've got a car so legendary it's practically mythical. I'm talking about the Bugatti Chiron. This isn't just a car, it's a masterpiece on wheels. The Chiron is the brainchild of Volkswagen Group, and let me tell you, they threw everything they had at this thing. Under the hood, you'll find an 8-litre quad-turbocharged W16 engine. Yeah, you heard that right, W16. It's essentially 2 V8s welded together in unholy matrimony. This beast cranks out a mind-boggling 1,500 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet of torque. That's enough power to make your face peel off like a banana, but the Chiron isn't just about brute force, it's also got the moves. This car can hit 60 miles per hour in a neck-snapping 2.4 seconds, and it tops out at an electronically limited 261 miles per hour. And let's not forget about the interior. We're talking about the finest leather, handcrafted stitching, and more carbon fiber than you'll find in a SpaceX rocket. But all this luxury and performance comes at a price. And when I say price, I mean a price that would make even a Saudi prince blink twice. The Chiron will set you back a cool $3 million. But hey, if you have to ask, you can afford it, right? Now let's talk about some of the quirks and features of the Chiron. One thing I find fascinating is the key. It's not just a key, it's a speed key. You slot it in behind the steering wheel and it's like activating the car's cheat codes. The suspension drops, the rear wing deploys, and the Chiron transforms into a tarmac shredding monster. Another cool quirk is the horseshoe grille. It's not just for show, folks. That grille is actually made of titanium, and it's designed to withstand the insane amount of air pressure the Chiron generates at high speeds. Next up, we're shifting gears from hypercar to ultra-luxury. Get ready to experience the Rolls-Royce Phantom, a car so opulent it makes a palace look like a Motel 6. This is the kind of car that whispers, "I've arrived," while everyone else is still shouting. Look at me! The Phantom is all about presence. It's long, it's imposing, and it exudes an aura of effortless superiority. Under the hood, you'll find a silky, smooth 6.75-litre twin-turbocharged V12 engine that produces a healthy 563 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. It's not about raw power here, it's about effortless acceleration and a ride so smooth you'll think you're floating on a cloud. But the real magic of the Phantom lies in its interior. We're talking about lambswool floor mats so plush you'll want to kick off your shoes and sink your toes in. The seats are upholstered in the finest leather, and the wood trim is sourced from sustainably forested trees. And if you're feeling really fancy, you can even option a starlight headliner that mimics the night sky. Now let's talk about some of the Phantom's quirks and features. And one thing I love is the suicide doors. They're rear hinge doors that open from the front, making it incredibly easy for passengers to enter and exit the vehicle. Plus, it just looks cool. Another cool feature is the Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament. This iconic emblem can be retracted into the grille at the push of a button, or in the event of a collision. It's a small detail, but it shows the level of thought and craftsmanship that goes into every aspect of the Phantom. But the Phantom isn't without its drawbacks. For one, it's not exactly what you'd call fuel efficient. And with a starting price of around $550,000, it's not exactly accessible to the average Joe. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to unleash the raging bull. The Lamborghini Veneno SVJ is not for the faint of heart. This is a car that's designed to turn heads, drop jaws, and make every other car on the road look like a boring grocery getter. The Aventador SVJ is all about pushing the limits of performance. It's powered by a naturally aspirated 6.5-litre V12 engine that screams like a banshee on fire. This beast produces a staggering 770 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most powerful naturally aspirated production cars ever made. But the SVJ isn't just about straight-line speed. It's also incredibly agile and handles like it's on rails. Thanks to Lamborghini's ALA, or Aerodynamica Lamborghini Attiva system, the SVJ can generate an insane amount of downforce, keeping it glued to the pavement even at high speeds. Now let's talk about the design. The Aventador SVJ is a rolling work of art. It's low, it's wide, and it's covered in aggressive angles and aerodynamic elements. The SVJ is the kind of car that looks fast, even when it's standing still. One of the things I love about the Aventador SVJ is the sound. That naturally aspirated V12 engine is a symphony of mechanical fury. It growls, it screams, it pops, and it crackles. It's the kind of sound that sends shivers down your spine. Another cool feature is the rear wing. It's massive, it's adjustable, and it generates a ton of downforce. But it also looks like it belongs on a fighter jet, but the Aventador SVJ isn't without its drawbacks. Get ready to meet automotive royalty, folks. The Ferrari LaFerrari is not just a car, it's a statement. It's a statement that says, I've made it and I'm here to stay. This is a car that's as exclusive as it is expensive, and it's one of the most sought-after Ferraris ever made. The LaFerrari is a technological tour de force. It's powered by a hybrid powertrain that combines a 6.3-litre V12 engine with an electric motor. This setup produces a combined output of 950 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque, making it the most powerful road-going Ferrari ever produced. But the LaFerrari isn't just about power, it's also incredibly efficient. Thanks to its hybrid system, the LaFerrari can achieve a fuel economy of 14 miles per gallon, which is pretty impressive for a car with this much performance. Now, let's talk about the design. The LaFerrari is a masterpiece of automotive design. It's low, it's sleek, and it's covered in aerodynamic elements that are as functional as they are beautiful. The LaFerrari is the kind of car that looks like it's going 200 miles per hour, even when it's standing still. One of the things I love about the LaFerrari is the exclusivity. Ferrari only built 499 examples of the LaFerrari Coupe, making it one of the rarest Ferraris ever made. And if you want one, be prepared to pay a hefty premium. Used examples of the LaFerrari have been known to sell for upwards of $7 million. Another cool feature is the Hypercars system. This is Ferrari's kinetic energy recovery system, and it helps to boost the car's performance while also improving its efficiency. It's a win-win situation, but the LaFerrari isn't without its drawbacks. Finally, we come to the McLaren P1, a car that's as at home on the track as it is on the open road. This is a car that's designed for speed and performance, and it's one of the most capable track cars ever made. The McLaren P1 is powered by a hybrid powertrain that combines a 3.8-litre twin-turbocharged V8 engine with an electric motor. This setup produces a combined output of 903 horsepower and 722 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most powerful production cars ever made. But the P1 isn't just about power, it's also incredibly light and agile. Thanks to its extensive use of carbon fiber, the P1 weighs in at just over 3,000 pounds, which is incredibly light for a car with this much performance. Now let's talk about the design. The P1 is a masterpiece of aerodynamic design. It's low, it's sleek, and it's covered in aerodynamic elements that are as functional as they are beautiful. The P1 is the kind of car that looks like it's going 200 miles per hour even when it's standing still. One of the things I love about the P1 is the active aerodynamics. The P1's rear wing can adjust its angle of attack depending on the driving conditions, providing either maximum downforce for cornering or minimum drag for straight-line speed. Another cool feature is the DRS, or drag reduction system. When activated, the DRS opens a flap in the rear wing, reducing drag and allowing the P1 to achieve even higher speeds. But the P1 isn't without its drawbacks. For one, it's not exactly what you'd call practical. It's low, it's wide, and it has terrible visibility. And there you have it, folks. The top 5 cars that only millionaires can own. We've seen everything from the hyper-fast Bugatti Chiron to the ultra-luxurious Rolls-Royce Phantom. These cars are the pinnacle of automotive engineering and design, and they represent the ultimate in automotive aspiration. Which one of these luxury beasts would you want to drive? Let us know in the comments below. Personally, I'm torn between the raw power of the Chiron and the effortless elegance of the Phantom. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing content. See you in the next video.